Good morning. It is about 2 a.m. right now, and I couldn't go to sleep. It's been a very long time since this has happened, and I'm going to try to keep this at a low volume just because my special someone is going to be hearing me, I think. Either she's gone to sleep or she's faking it. I'm not sure. But as of right now, I have a lot on my mind, and I did want to at least, I guess, journal this, you could say. Although I didn't want to write just because, yeah, my hand hurts and I don't have enough journals to actually withstand all these thoughts. So I decided to make at least a quick little video at midnight just so that way I can get off my chest. And then also, I'm hoping this video at least has a bit of success, or people are able to relate to it, or simply someone that at least has progressed more in life can give me a bit of advice, because the topic of this video is aimlessness. You know, I graduated high school on 2020, and that was the year the pandemic started. And, you know, I didn't know it was going to start. I was looking forward to college, or university actually. And, you know, it turns out everyone had to go on laptops, study from there. I paid about $3,500 for my first semester on a laptop. So that was great. And, you know, I continued working throughout that whole time. But eventually, I guess along the way, I lost motive, I lost drive to even continue college. And I always did keep at the back of my mind, is that a regret that I'm going to have? But then I look back and I still think of a miserable boy that was aimlessly doing things for the sake of others. Now I'm time skipping to 2023, where next year I should have graduated. I don't necessarily feel repentful, but neither do I feel more successful than what I did back then. You know, a year after I graduated, or 2 years after I graduated high school, I got that 9 to 5 that I've always spoken of. And I thought my life was going to be complete by having that job. Turns out it wasn't. In fact, it just made me all the more miserable. Thankfully, I saved up enough money, and I thought to myself, this should be able to at least last me or fund me for my ventures that are to come. And I wrote a book. I explored relationships, friends. And, you know, I'm quite thankful for what I have now. But I did expect more of myself at this point in my life. Then again, I'm only 20. I suppose I could be doing worse, but at the same time, this isn't necessarily what I envisioned myself to do. And either way, I always think to myself, I did things right throughout all of high school. I didn't do any drugs, I didn't drink. I simply stuck to my AP classes. I enrolled into college courses. I joined other programs so that would allow me to join into universities. And, you know, I did get into a university, but even then, you know, I thought to myself, I was able to withstand 2 years of COVID with college while working. And, you know, to be honest, I believe I did quite well. But truthfully, I suppose I never really liked college. Or even then, I may have not had the ideal college experience because I never even went to a class in person. It was all asynchronous. And to be honest, I did prefer it that way. I mean, I was holding a 3.3 GPA in college, so I was quite proud of myself. But even then, I'm thinking, perhaps I should go back, or perhaps I really should become a police officer. Who knows? But now, I'm 20 years old. I feel as if I've amounted to nothing. But then again, I like to think, you know, I've gained a lot of courage, wisdom, and experience from just living these past couple of years. And I thought to myself, a lot of times I probably should just end it. And you know, having the all or nothing mentality, I'm always just thinking, what's the point of living if I'm not living what I ideally would want to be at, or at least the type of lifestyle? And you know, I kind of got laid off today off some coffee shop job. And I think to myself, is this rock bottom? You know, I did feel quite sad for a minute, but I think to myself, it perhaps happened for a reason. But this feeling that I'm feeling of just having amounted to nothing with my life, it's got me in turmoil, I suppose. To be honest, this is more of just a rant, a truthful rant to what's going on with myself. Granted, I am going to post this video, but I suppose as any 20-year-old that's going through life right now, with college or without college, or with purpose in life or without one, I suppose all of us come to an agreement that at some point we truly don't know what we're doing with our lives. We don't know if even what is planned for us is even right for us. I honestly don't know. And perhaps older generations might think, oh, it's just this generation's so weak. Perhaps they may be right. But I don't know, I'd like to believe that with each passing generation we get more philosophical with what the human spirit is. Granted, there are a lot of fuck-ups my age. And there is always fuck-ups in my age, or any other human generation, but you know, there's a reason why social platforms are flourishing right now. And I suppose that's also the reason why I've clung to this hope that I can actually become someone on YouTube, is so that I perhaps can succeed and make a living off what I like doing. To be honest, I do want to talk to people, and I did make a video actually of talking to a random stranger, and I will be posting that perhaps later. I just do have to edit that a bit. And then I also made another video, by the way, about the rat race. But this video is just mainly to talk about how I guess it's just hard living as a 20-year-old. I suppose even while doing everything, right? Even while abstaining from what a 20-year-old would do, or doing other experimental things that people would do my age, I suppose abstaining from that wasn't always right. Perhaps if I did some more stupid shit back then, I perhaps would be happier. But even then, I am grateful, truthfully. There's many nights where the little boy of myself wished to have a partner laying in their bed. And currently that's what I have. I kind of woke her up. But I still find myself grateful even in this little small presence that I have accumulated for myself. I do wish I had a bit more success off it, so that way I could feel as if I do have a purpose in life, or at least I am heading somewhere. But I don't know, I guess it wasn't even laid off. I'm planning on quitting just because, you know, my manager decided out of nowhere to give me 2 hours of work per week for these next 2 weeks. Just imagine how absurd that is. There's a whole story behind it, and it's in the other video, but being in that reality kind of sets you back and starts making you question, what more can you amount to your own life in which has little? But I don't know, perhaps there's something within just the underachieving person, or an underdog, I guess. And I suppose that's where I just try to make a comeback off every single miserable thing that's happened to my life, because I ask if 2020 and 2021 were the years that I went through severe mental depression because of the pandemic, nearly to the point where suicide was constantly on my mind. If I didn't kill myself back then, and it was because I have a reason for being here on this earth with all of you that are watching. And I am going to aspire that reason to be to simply talk to you people who are suffering just as I am, and which have no hope or no aim in their lives. Granted, I know I sound like a pathetic person, but at the same time, I feel as if just journaling this at least will motivate me to actually do something with my damn life. I don't necessarily hate it, but I'm not necessarily happy with it. It's more of just this feeling that I should be doing more despite my age. People will say, take it easy, enjoy the little moments, but no. I don't want to have that pending worry of what I'm going to do the next day, or how I'm going to be living these next couple of months or these next couple of years. Ideally, I just want to be waking up, making videos, and talking to you guys, while not having to worry about any emotional or social or financial needs. I want it to just be me, the microphone, and my stand, making YouTube videos, and of course monetizing off it. But even then, I know money doesn't bring me joy. It's simply a tool that I myself am grateful for having even now. But if there was a world where money didn't exist, I think I'd still be happy just doing what I'm doing right now, actually. But if you've made it to this point of the video, thank you. Shout out to Asphalt God. I still can't give you my number, but keep watching my videos, and we'll be chatting at least through the comments or on Discord or on Instagram, who knows. I'm currently off a couple of socials, but I could always install or at least check up on my messages or anything. I'm still trying to hop on TikTok, but I don't know, TikTok is something that's never been really alluring to me. It's mainly been YouTube, just because I've seen so many other people make a good living off YouTube. But yeah, take care, you guys. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, please. And if you stayed up to this point of the video, please leave a like. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you're just like me, that can't sleep, put on some headphones. Enjoy the night, stare at the ceiling, and just imagine your life being better than what it is now. Because therein is what you call a manifestation. So long as your intention is pure to getting to where you want to get at, or at least that image of reality that you would like and desire, so long as it's pure, it may very well become true. And I say that because that's exactly what I'm going to do after I finish making this video. So I'm going to post this one this morning, and I have 2 videos coming out later on throughout the day, and then I'm perhaps going to make another video completely different. Let me just think of a topic, and we'll see how it goes. Until then, signing off. Sleep well.